But the other thing we deal with is there's been a lot of resistance to autonomous vehicles, and there have been efforts largely by organized labor and the Teamsters to try to pass bills in states that say essentially an autonomous vehicle has to have a driver in it, a human driver in it, which means effectively that you cannot have autonomous vehicles. So that is essentially would be a legislative ban on a true autonomous vehicles. We've seen the Teamsters advance this bill, this type of bill, human driver required, probably in about half a dozen states this year and last year. Thankfully, none of them passed, which we're grateful for. But it's an ongoing challenge. And then the other thing I would say is that in California, there's a particular bill, and we can talk about it in more detail, that would essentially give city governments a veto power over autonomous vehicles, which I believe would be used by cities to block autonomous vehicles. We oppose that bill as well.
I see. So the Teamsters is kind of part of the can AI replace jobs, that more global societal issue that we'll all be grappling with. And the Teamsters are saying, look, our members drive trucks and other vehicles, and we don't want a machine taking over. And we're going to try to use our political powers to basically thwart that next wave of technology.
That's right. I think there's some nuance there. Just interestingly enough, many truck drivers are not Teamsters members. They're independent contractors. Independent contracting is pretty pervasive in trucking. A lot of delivery drivers, UPS in particular, are Teamsters. That's probably one of the biggest categories of Teamster driving jobs is UPS positions. And we saw in California, there was a bill that would basically ban autonomous trucks. And that was very much supported by Teamsters, California Teamsters. Governor Newsom ended up vetoing that bill. That's back this year. The bill we have concerns about is also a kind of a local control bill. But yeah, I mean, I think with respect to ride sharing services, the jobs that could be affected by more robo-taxi services are rideshare jobs, but those drivers are not really a big force behind these bills.